Hi there. Welcome to Normalized Channeling. I'm Rain, and today I'd like to talk to you about how the universe was created. Why do I want to do this? Because I think it'll help you. If you're interested in having a quantum hypnosis session, understanding how we were created, how we got here, can help you understand why quantum hypnosis is so easy and effective. So let's dive in and get started, shall we? So let's rewind this all the way back to the beginning. In the beginning, there existed a singular universal consciousness. This was an all encompassing presence of pure potential and infinite possibilities. This consciousness was neither bound by time nor space. It was the essence of unity and oneness. The universal consciousness was in a state of profound awareness, perfectly balanced in its understanding of existence. It held within itself the knowledge of all possibilities and the seeds of all creation. There was an all embracing sense of unity, love, and infinite peace. This consciousness felt a profound connection to all that was, is, and could ever be. Sound familiar? Some people refer to this as Source. Some people like to call this the Creator. A lot of people call it God. But unfortunately, that word's kind of been distorted a little bit. So this universal consciousness was kind of sitting out there in the universe, all bored and lonely, not really having anybody to interact with, not really even being able to see itself. So it decided to project itself outward so that it could see itself and know thyself a little bit better. When the universal consciousness decided to divide, it was driven by the desire to manifest and experience its own infinite potential through the interplay of dualities. This split resulted in the creation of polarity, introducing contrasts and opposites into existence, such as light and dark, positive and negative, male and female, creation and destruction. This is why we have polarity on our planet. North Pole, South Pole, boy and girl. Everything's polar. Okay, so let's recap. We had our one universal consciousness. It split itself into two. When it did this, it still maintained its connection to each other and couldn't change that connection. So like two ends of a stick, it couldn't ever turn to see its backside, right? So it could see the front and it enjoyed that perspective and enjoyed having a little mirror, but it wanted to know itself, all of itself, wanted to be able to see the backside of itself too. So what it began to do was began to spin. And this spinning began creating a spinning rotation. Sound familiar? Like atoms, electrons, everything spinning, the planets, right? It began to spin so that it could try to see the backside of itself, but it never could ever get there because every time it spun, the other side would spin. So what those 2 points then decided to do was project out again and make a triangle so that at that point it could give another perspective of itself. That is where the Trinity comes in. Now, the Trinity serves as the mechanism through which the consciousness of the universe explores itself across various levels of consciousness. I'm sure you've heard of a Trinity before, right? This is where they got it from. So this Trinity created what's called the Tetrahedron. This is the simplest of shapes in the universe. The tetrahedron represents the element of fire in classical philosophy and spirituality. It is the fundamental building block in the study of sacred geometry. The tetrahedron, due to its simplicity and symmetry, holds profound significance in sacred geometry. It is often seen as a symbol of balance and harmony, representing the merging of various pairs of opposites, such as masculine and feminine, spirit and matter. This balance is crucial in understanding the energy fields surrounding our physical and spiritual bodies. In essence, the tetrahedron provides a foundational geometric structure that, when combined into a Merkaba, represents the integration of dual energies and highlights our connection to the universe. This ancient symbol continues to be a powerful tool in spiritual practices aimed at personal transformation and the quest for higher understanding. So after the one source projected itself into two, creating polarity, and then again into three, creating the tetrahedron, it still couldn't see all of itself. So what it decided to do was project itself out from this top point downward to create another point. All right, so now let's review the Merkaba. The word Merkaba is derived from ancient Egyptian and Hebrew traditions, roughly translating to light spirit body or vehicle of light. It refers to a divine light vehicle used by ascended masters to connect with and transport to higher realms. The Merkaba star is formed by overlaying two tetrahedrons, one pointing upwards, representing masculine energy, and the other pointing downwards, representing feminine energy. This interlacing creates a three-dimensional star shape, which is believed to harmonize and align one's energies, effectively bridging the physical and spiritual worlds. Many spiritualists have found that an activated Merkaba can facilitate ascension, heightened states of consciousness, and protection against negative energies. What does this mean? This means that our Merkaba created our space-time that we now experience now. Without this dimension, we wouldn't be here. So let's move through the rest of the dimensions, okay? The fourth dimension is a realm where time becomes more fluid, allowing for a deeper understanding and experience of the interconnectedness of past, present, and future. We're in the fourth dimension now. The fifth dimension is a higher vibrational realm where multiple timelines and realities coexist, enabling an expanded state of consciousness and profound spiritual growth. If you've ever heard anybody talking about the 5D Earth, this is what they're talking about. Fifth dimension. The sixth dimension is a unifying realm where all possible realities and timelines are harmoniously integrated, allowing for a comprehensive understanding of the interconnectedness of existence. This is the dimension of our higher selves, or oversouls. Some people like to call that our subconscious. Progressing up through the dimensions, we now hit the seventh dimension. This is a realm of pure light and divine consciousness, embodying the highest frequencies of love, wisdom, and unity. The eighth dimension is a realm of infinite patterns and structures, representing all possible realities and forms in a state of interconnected potential. The ninth dimension is the ultimate source and realm of pure, unmanifested potential, embodying absolute unity and oneness from which all creation emerges. Now let's review the densities. Densities are levels of consciousness and existence that denote the evolutionary stages of beings based on their vibrational frequency and spiritual advancement. I know those are a lot of words, right? In the simplest terms, the universe is made up of various densities that refer to the different forms and concentrations of matter and energy. There are four key types of densities you might find in the universe. The first is mass density. This is the amount of mass in a given volume. For example, the mass density of Earth is higher than that of a cloud because Earth has more mass packed into a smaller space. Then there's energy density. This refers to the amount of energy stored in a given volume. For instance, a star like the sun has a high energy density due to the immense energy it emits compared to the empty space around it. Then there's dark matter density. Dark matter is an unseen substance that doesn't emit light or energy. Its density is detected through its gravitational effects on visible matter, like stars and galaxies. Then there's dark energy density. Dark energy is a mysterious force driving the accelerated expansion of the universe. Its density is spread throughout space, affecting the rate at which galaxies move apart from each other. These densities help us understand the composition and behavior of the universe from the smallest particles to the largest cosmic structures. Now, hope that helps you understand densities a little bit, but there's a difference between densities and dimensions, and we'll go over that next. All right, now let's review those differences between densities and dimensions. I hope you're not too confused yet. Trying to bring you clarity here. Densities focus on the evolutionary stage of consciousness. Dimensions focus on the structural organization of reality. Okay? Densities determine the level of consciousness and the quality of interactions, while dimensions determine how beings perceive their surroundings and interact with the universe. Densities also represent a spiritual journey of growth and ascension, while the dimensions represent different planes or realms that coexist and interact. Density pertains to the level of consciousness, vibrational frequency, and stages of spiritual evolution, illustrating how beings progress in their journey towards unity and enlightenment. Dimensions relate to the varying structural aspects of reality, how we experience different layers of existence, and the spatial temporal framework of the universe. So, if you've made it this far and you're still watching and haven't given up on me here, you might want to sit back and take a deep breath because we're getting ready to talk about simultaneous time. And if you've never heard of this before, I might be getting ready to blow your mind. So, let's get started. On Earth, time is perceived linearly due to our day to day experiences and the biological and environmental cycles that shape our understanding of time. The concept of simultaneous time is rooted in theories of modern physics, particularly Einstein's theory of relativity. According to this theory, time is not a constant and can vary depending on speed and gravity. Einstein's theory of general relativity introduced the idea that space and time are interwoven into a single continuum known as spacetime. In this model, time is relative and can differ based on the observer's velocity and the gravitational field that they are in. For instance, time moves slower in stronger gravitational fields. This is known as gravitational time dilation. Time moves faster when moving at high speeds close to the speed of light. One of the most famous thought experiments illustrating time dilation is the twin paradox. If one twin travels to space at near light speed while the other stays on Earth, the traveling twin would age slower than the one who remained, demonstrating the non-consistency of time. Global positioning systems, or GPS satellites, orbiting the Earth experience time differently due to the weaker gravitational field compared to the surface of the Earth. To maintain accuracy, the satellite's onboard clocks must account for both special and general relative effects by adjusting their time continuously. So, what does simultaneous time mean? That means that everything that's ever happened or ever will happen is happening now, right now, and now, and now, and now. So, linear time is simply a man made earthly thing that we have created so that we're not so cuckoo down here experiencing simultaneous time. How crazy would that be, right? So, let's talk a little bit about how this impacts a quantum hypnosis session. During a quantum hypnosis session, an individual is guided into a deeply relaxed state. In this state, the barriers of time and space become more malleable, allowing the individual to access memories, experiences, and knowledge from other lifetimes. This is because, in the quantum state, the subconscious mind is not limited by linear time. Instead, it taps into the collective universal consciousness where all experiences across different lifetimes are stored. So let's talk a little bit more about how this works and applies to quantum healing hypnosis sessions. So here's how it works. First, the session begins with techniques designed to put your mind and body into a state of deep relaxation. This helps to quiet the conscious mind and allows the subconscious to come forward. Then, as you dive deeper into this relaxed state, the practitioner, or myself, will guide you to connect with memories from other lifetimes. The belief is that these memories are accessible because your subconscious mind is linked to the universal consciousness. This consciousness is seen as a vast repository of all experiences from all beings transcending time and space. Therefore, when you tap into this level, you can access different perspectives and lifetimes that are otherwise not perceivable in the ordinary waking state. The insights gained can provide profound understanding and healing. By tapping into these other perspectives, you can better understand current life challenges, patterns that you have, and relationships, ultimately leading to personal growth and transformation. The ease of accessing these perspectives can vary from person to person, influenced by factors such as belief systems, the skill of the practitioner, and individual openness to the experience. However, many people find that with practice and the right guidance, tapping into these other lifetimes becomes increasingly accessible. Having a clear mind while in the present state is key to accessing your inner guidance and healing channels. Now I'm going to give you the biggest secret of all. Nothing at all ever manifest in the past or the future. Why? Because all there is now. So if you're one of these people who are into the law of attraction and you've studied it, but you haven't figured out how to manifest anything yet, and your manifestations just aren't happening, you might want to check and see if you're actually spending your time in the present moment. Because if you're not, you're kind of glitching like a computer. Think of it that way. When you're thinking of the past or thinking of the future, you're not in alignment with the present moment. Therefore, nothing can manifest, and you're kind of glitching. So that's why all healing practitioners and spiritual enlightenists talk about the present moment. Remain in the present moment, and you'll find that your manifestations will come a lot faster. Remain in the present moment with gratitude, and they'll flow to you even faster than that. So the key takeaway that I want you to take away from this video here is that we are all one. We come from the same source creator. We're all just a bunch of little Merkabas running around here playing on Earth, but we're just projections of that one universal consciousness, which is why we can so easily tap into all these perspectives during a quantum hypnosis session. I hope I haven't confused you too much today, and I hope that you remember that if you stay in the present moment with gratitude, your manifestations will come a lot quicker to you. Now, if you're feeling ready to have a quantum hypnosis session, feel free to look me up. You can find me at www.normalizedchanneling.com, or you can email me at normalizedchanneling@gmail.com. I look forward to connecting with you. And don't forget, the universe loves you and is always conspiring in your favor. Why? Because you're the universe. And why wouldn't you conspire in your own favor? Happy healing.